Hello, guys. My name is Anjali, and welcome to my channel. This week, I just wanted to share with everyone my experience. So, I was very lucky and blessed to have my little boy, and I gave birth to him in 2018. And I just wanted to kind of share my birthing journey with you and just basically talk about how I healed. So, I had a third degree tear when I had my baby, and I didn't know anything about that, or I didn't have friends talk to me about the possibility that you could get a tear. So I just wanted to kind of share my experiences with you about my third degree tear and how I healed and how I came into terms with it. So my birthing journey, I really loved being pregnant, and I was quite fortunate that I didn't have a lot of issues to do with like morning sickness. I mean, I'll feel really unwell if I don't eat anything in the morning, but I really loved being pregnant. I think there was that kind of sense of inner process already that was happening with me. I felt really attracted to eating healthily, like, juicing and doing loads of smoothie. So that really kept me like really fit. And I did some yoga before I was pregnant anyway. So I was already on that journey. For me, it was really lovely that I felt that kind of connection with my baby, and he was always with me. So I felt really grounded. And even though at times it was really challenging, um, he was always there with me. So I really loved it. I love the aspects of being able to journal. So I did that a lot, I had a book whereby every month I'll kind of record how I was feeling, my moods, and what I was eating, and, my desire to see my baby soon. So I really loved that aspect. And I did a lot of meditation, just connecting with the Divine Mother. And I did a lot of visualizations, seeing myself and with my baby. So that was really, really great. So I loved the aspect that I felt really supported. I did my birthing plan. So I had an idea that I really loved the idea of having a water birth. So I did my plan, I visualized how it was going to be. I took turns to go to the pool just to practice that and to really feel comfortable with the water. So on the day, we went to the hospital around, let's say, 6 in the morning. We were quite lucky that the place that I had to go to, after all my checkup, I was considered as low risk, so I could go to a natural birthing center to have my baby. So I was really excited and really loved the idea that I could fulfill that wish on my birthing plan. So on the day we went there, we were checked, and I opted for relaxing in a pool and using the gas and air just to kind of relax um, and really be in that space. So everything as regards my birthing journey was, it had its challenges, but also had its really good aspects as well in terms of feeling really supported. So we went in the position, and the midwife decided that it was probably best to come out of the pool and have the baby. So we did that, and we just went through that stages of just like, doing the pushing. And I can remember this whereby I just felt like I felt I can remember that I did a series of pushes. So I did, like you said, push, and I did one. And then I remember doing a second push, like literally with all my energy and strength. And then poof, the baby just came out. I was like, whoa. I didn't kind of sense there was anything wrong or anything like that. I felt really happy. I felt really blessed, and my baby boy was really beautiful. It was really lovely to hold him, and I was really, really happy. Um, I think afterwards, then the midwife wanted to check down and noticed that I had a third degree tear, and I really didn't understand what was going on. Immediately, I felt that sense of um, guilt that maybe I didn't push well, or why this happened to me, because I really had friends that no one really spoke to me about the possibility of having a third degree tear. So for me, in that moment, was that kind of having that acceptance that, right, this is what's happened. But I didn't really have an understanding as regards to why it happened and what I could do. Afterwards, I was rushed. Um, I had that moment to kind of cuddle my baby and be with him. And I'm really grateful that they gave me the opportunity to. But after that, I had to have surgery to stitch me up. And for me, all along, it was playing on my mind that I felt, even with that guilt, I felt incredibly blessed that my baby had that natural birth. And I was really happy that he had that, because that was really important for me as part of my plan. I was obviously concerned with myself because I've been really blessed. I've never had a surgery or anything of that before. So all of this was really alien to me. But within all that, I was really present, and I was just taking each moment as it comes. Um, so the stages after everything, I was in the hospital for about 3 days, and I was just discharged. And for me, it was just going through that process of healing, and honoring my body and honoring the changes that's gone through. It was um, incredibly painful when I went to the toilet, and uh, just walking and doing everyday tasks. I had to kind of be really careful, but I was really blessed that I was supported by my husband and my family, who will come to my aid and help me with other tasks that I needed to do. But I was still blessed that I could still hold on to my baby, but it was incredibly difficult doing um, everyday tasks in terms of that. I guess what helped me with my healing was just um, having that awareness, and being able to kind of find that stillness and be really positive. I think that really, you do have thoughts, self doubts, and everything that's going on. But for me, it's just kind of, it's like a wave, constantly bringing myself back to this moment and saying, all right, it's good. It's not your fault. You do the best that you could with you for your son, and not to let that guilt overtake my everyday actions and the ability to be present with my son. I think that was incredibly important. With the healing, I did a lot of physio, so I followed the exercises that they gave me from the hospital, and that really helped me as well to heal. And I was taking like paracetamol just to help me ease the pain, in terms of when I go to the toilet. So that helped me. But I think for me, the biggest challenge was the psychological, the mental well-being aspect of it. That was quite challenging. The way that I helped me was finding a moment to be still, fine, having that feeling that I am supported and I am loved by my family. And I think that really helped me a lot. Um, so in terms of kind of reflecting about my whole experience, for me, I think it gave me the reassurance that obviously, if I wanted to kind of find out more about exactly why I had that tear, I could call the birth listening service, and they can go in through the process of what happened during my birth. For me personally, I chose not to do that because I've come into terms with it, and speaking to women and speaking to other friends who said this does happen, but obviously to a certain degree, that some women do have it, and then they just, you can be stitched up and they're fine. But with mine was quite serious. So for me, having that support from them brought a closure to me that I didn't, it wasn't entirely my fault necessarily. to let go of that guilt. And for me, what brought that closure anyway, I've always been those people. I've always been a person who always takes lessons from crisis or from challenges. So I was just kind of reflecting before I actually had the baby. One of my thing or my birthing plan was to observe like a 30 days whereby I stayed at home and didn't go out and just be with my baby. It is part of my it's part of a cultural thing that I kind of really supported, just to kind of just spend that time within that kind of womb or that incubation, just being with your baby, just watching them and observing them and just being really present, and not having to worry about doing other everyday activities or anything of that sort. I know sometimes it's incredibly hard for all the women to do that, but for me, especially, I wanted that time. And it was just so amazing that obviously all this happened with this third degree tear, that really I couldn't be in a position to be going out and doing shopping, and because I was, physically in pain, walking was difficult. So even in the midst of all this, I had the opportunity to just to be at home and just to heal and to really observe my wishes, wishes for that 30 days, just to be with my son and just to kind of help him adjust to being out in the world. And I really took that as saying, if this didn't happen, maybe I don't know how I would have been able to manage just keeping this strict idea of just staying at home with the baby and not having to go out or anything of that sort. So I took a lesson that at least I got the opportunity to honor that, and that was really very important to me. I think getting that closure, also, from the fact that going through all that process, I healed quite quickly. I would say probably it took, let's say, about 3 or 4 months, but the after effects and all the things that were happening was still in the foreplay. But I think having that healing process going through, I felt really confident, and I felt really at peace that it wasn't going to have that long term impact in terms of having another baby, or in terms of being able to fulfill my motherly responsibilities. So as time progressed and I found more healing, I think it gave me a lot of closure to say that, yeah, everything is just working out for what it's supposed to, really. And for me, my message is for women to just to have the ability to share their experiences with other women, because I think that really helps, and not to feel like you're all alone in this. Because I think before then, I didn't know anything whatsoever about third degree tear. So for me, this was a new experience, and I just wanted to kind of share my story. Um, Feel free to leave any comments below or what you've experienced. And thank you so much for being here and listening to me. Um, Thank you so much and have a lovely day. Thank you. Bye.